could do some damage here with a little bit of luck.
Just on that, we're about to get the second quarter underway. So Traralgon are gone with their traditional 6 backmen, and they're kicking against the breeze. Bairnsdale are only got 4 forwards, and they've got the other 2 up on the wing, so you might see them sort of roll through. But the second quarter is underway. In the middle of the ground is Musto, who got quickly wrapped up in a tackle, and he's been pinged for holding the ball. He didn't have much of an opportunity. And the big ruckman in Josh Wykes will take it and will drive it inside forward 50. McCary's on the lead. It goes over his head. Jackson Hall was there for the Maroons. He's one of the loose men. Close to the boundary line. Over it goes. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Strange one, that one, Boxer. Bairnsdale kicking with the breeze, only start with 4 forwards.
Yeah, it's maybe just to give it that space for McCary and Vickery. They're both on, so maybe just give them that more added space, but just clogs up a bit more with Traralgon.
I did notice pre-game that a number of forwards were practicing their goal kicking from outside 50, so don't be surprised if they don't actually go short to a player around about 55 metres out rather than inside the forward 50.
Well, ball goes over right in front of us here, and we've got another boundary thrown, and we've worked out who number 51 is out there for Traralgon, Ben Cheatham.
Yep.
We're just trying to work out now who's not playing.
Yeah, I didn't ask that question. Sorry, boys.
So we've got a boundary throw in. Wykes will do battle up against Cameron of the Maroons. Cowan at ground level, so clean and so well. Gave a handball back to Keenan Hines. He's been busy. Barrels it inside forward 50. It misses everyone. Hits the deck. Jacobson's back there. So's McCary for the Redlegs. Good little handball by Ethan East. Gave it across to Brian. He kicks the banana. Check side around the body, over the shoulder, whatever you want to call it. And it is through for a minor score to open proceedings inside the first 2 minutes.
Bairnsdale 3-2-20 on the Green and Goodsland score, but they trail Traralgon by 2 points. Maroons 3-4-22.
He just had a little bit of an opportunity then too. McCary, he is quick off the blocks. He was in a contest in the pocket. Before he could get that kick, Bryant, he was already in the goal square. So if he had a bit more awareness, he could have got the ball through to McCary.
So Jackson Hall brings the ball in, goes short. Jacobson, another mark, defensive 50, and another kick goes inboard. Risky kick, nice leg, finds Jackson McMahon. So a couple of possessions, they're still, midway through their defensive 50, but this time maybe McMahon can ease the pressure. He does. The Laprise target outer side right half-back flank for Traralgon as an option, but the ball's punched from his hands and goes out of play. So a boundary throw in to take place. Left half, forward flank for Bairnsdale. Kicking to the right of Radio, the Painesville end, the end of which the wind favours, and we think it's significant too. 2 points the margin, 2.5 minutes gone, second quarter.
Ball will come back into play. Front spot there, nicely done, was Wykes. He handled across into open space. Stevenson there for the Maroons had it, then handled to no one except the boundary line. And again, we've got another boundary throw in. We'll just keep Boxer, you're on Tom McMahon watch, please.
No, I've seen him.
Okay.
My guess at the moment is Ewan Williams.
Williams, number 3, might be the one. So we're looking for someone who might not be running around out there. It's always tough. Ball comes back into play, and
maybe that's where the 3.
Russell Cowan. Sorry, Poppy, that was just quick. Grab the footy, then holding the ball.
Maybe that's the 3 that was too many on Brett Waddle that you put on.
Yeah, it could have been. As Hector went out wide towards White Oak, dropped the mark. Waddell was there for the Redlegs, got around one tackler, and then burnt off to Dylan Lopez. Kicks it high towards Ethan East. One grab, couldn't get it. Yench does well for the Maroons. Back to McMahon, top of the 50. He goes back inside his defensive 50 by hand. He'll get the ball back after a chain of handballs. Kicks into the middle of the ground. It's a shocker. And Kieran Vickery, Nick Singers will take the mark right in the middle of the ground for the Redlegs. Drives it back inside forward 50 for McCary.
Yeah, the body use has been good by a number of players today. Jackson Hall with left hand, handball for Traralgon. Well, it didn't find a teammate, and now they're under all sorts of pressure as a consequence. A little dribble kick by McCary's clever, but not clever enough it was to find East, whom he was looking for. And again, a boundary throw in right in front of the Bairnsdale scoreboard, which reads 3-4 Traralgon, 22 to Bairnsdale 3-2-20. The boundary umpire comes in significantly to throw this ball back into play. 20 metres from Bairnsdale's goals. Nicely done. Traralgon get a tap to the front of the pack. Can they clear it out? They cannot. A good tackle by Bairnsdale to keep the ball in their forward 50 by East. Forces another ball up.
Inside their forward 50 they are. Bobbles around. Musto was there. Handball over the shoulder. Top of the 50 now. Good work by Cameron to get low, and then handball out wide towards Cheatham. His chip kick over the top's going to be a turnover. Nicely done there by Hines. Gave it to Waddell. He kicks it off the side of his boot. And the can bar will just about get this here at Bairnsdale City Oval. And it's gone out of bounds on the full. We've got a margin of 5 points. 2 points. That was
five inside 50s to none at the moment.
5 inside forward 50s. There you go. So Jackson Hall has it. 2 point margin it is in favour of Traralgon. He went short to McMahon. McMahon just holds it up. Wants to keep it close to the boundary line. Just the required 15. No, it wasn't.
Geez.
He got called to play on. And Jackson Hall took the grab. He was called to play on quickly. It wasn't 15. Nick Singh wrapped him up in a tackle boundary.
I tell you what, you see those getting let go every single week. That's okay. Let's just be consistent.
I'll tell you the reason why. He had to go short. He had nothing up high as well. All the Traralgon players have pushed themselves inside 50. Bairnsdale are just blocking it off.
Ball comes back in. Collison's there. He tries to run backwards towards the defensive goal. He might be in a bit of strife now. Head over the football there is Wyatt. No one can really gather except Jackson Hall does nicely in traffic. Handball off to Lee Stockdale. The run through McMahon. He got ran down by a McKeon tackle.
Beautiful hands.
Great work, though, by the Maroons. Musto was he on the end of it. Kicks out wide in towards Gordian. He marks it half forward. No one inside forward 50
Hector.
For the Maroons. He has to wait. Is it Hector the one who will present? Now he goes towards Hector. Poor kick. And this man, Keenan Hines, for the 10th time this afternoon, has taken an intercept mark across halfback.
Scar, the problem is that Traralgon have pushed all their numbers deep. They're not working that hard enough and spread enough when the ball's in transition.
Yeah, good work by Bairnsdale too, though, haven't they? They're working both ends of the ground nicely as a player. A neat little left foot by Cowan. Inboard, finds a teammate. Nicely done too. Could be Glassborough. Making that up, but I reckon I picked up the four. Callum McKeon, is it? Yep. So he goes along the left half forward flank and finds Halford. Halford inside forward 50. Oh, McCarry just couldn't get a handle on it. Nicely done. On the end of it was Jervy, who was taking ball and all. There'll be a ball up. 40 metres from Bairnsdale's goals. Haven't made the most of the wind in the opening minutes at this stage.
Up they go. Hamilton knocks it down straight towards that man Hines. Snap around the body. Well, he's playing back. He's just got the free rein today, hasn't he? He can go wherever he feels fit. And coach for Bairnsdale has just said, just do what you like. He's playing a good role.
Just about time you need someone to run with him.
Absolutely. Yep. And I think, Paul, do you reckon we can start taking a stat with the boundary umpires too now, mate? Because they're working overtime.
So ball will come back in. It's a wobbly kick from the Maroons out of defence. Hines was there to grab it, but he got wrapped up in a Maroon tackle. Right on the top of the 50. And I've gone through every Traralgon player and their number, and they're all out there. I wouldn't be surprised they got one extra at the minute, because I can't find who's not playing. As up it goes again. Work by Lee Stockdale. Oh, his left foot kick's a shocker. It's gone out of bounds on the full, and it's going to come back in. The forward 50 is the big fella. Braden Radford for no, he's going to give it, of course, to Keenan Hines. You have another kick, Keenan. Are we following Keenan Hines' marks?
I've only got down to 3.
Okay, well, I reckon we've missed a couple, Paul.
He's gone the big torpedo. He was going for home.
Goes inside. East is in the front spot. He's just too big, too tall, and he read it too good as it went inside forward 50. 45-degree angle from about 40 metres out. East will have a shot on goal. We haven't had a goal kicked in this second quarter. We've still got the margin of 2 points in favour of Traralgon, but that might change after this kick, Poppy.
So Big East, he's been busy. He's had his moments. He'll be judged on this kick, though, because the game very much there to be won. He did what maybe Traralgon did a few times in that first quarter also, and just poked out of the bit and offline. They're the ones that come back and haunt you late in games, don't they? As Jackson Hall will bring the ball back in. He does so quickly, plays on, tries to draw a player and does, tries to shepherd out McGarry and does, and then Traralgon can go forward. Defensive 50. It's a bit cute in the back half, but they've been okay as Justin Barnes, right foot kick around the body, and he goes towards that outer side, and there'll be a boundary throw in. It's around about right half back flank for Traralgon, so left half forward flank for our home side.
Ball's just on the other side of the fence, and of course the boundary umpire can't jump it to go get it.
Those were the days.
Yep.
So we've played 9.5 minutes into the second quarter, and the Green and Gippsland scoreboard sees just 2 points added for this quarter. Both to Bairnsdale, they're 3-3-21, trailing Traralgon by 1 point. They're on 3-4-22. So it's 7 inside 50s to Bairnsdale, and Traralgon yet to go in yet.
Back in the field of play, Cameron got up high. And Hamilton tried to do the groundwork. Collison was good. Handball backwards towards Lee Stockdale. Kicked it high towards the wing. Front spot there was Radford for Bairnsdale. Allowed his teammate to come in and kick it to Hamilton down the line. He's marked it. He goes towards the top of the 50 on a searching long lead as East. It gets over the back. Here's Vickery from the boundary line. Right foot, inside out kick. It's going to land.
Oh, no.
If you don't mind, it's one of the goals of the year, if not the best goal we have seen here on Gippsland Live. Kieran Vickery from the boundary line. On the wrong side, he put it on the right side of the boot. And it was going away from the goal and still went through.
Dacos-like in that prelim final back in 91 or 92.
That just shows you how
the
strong
Eagles.
that wind is, though.
And you know what? I think he was even just trying to bring it back inboard, and the winds just picked it up and put it through. What a goal.
That takes Bairnsdale into a lead, a 5-point lead, 10-minute mark of the second quarter. The Green and Gippsland scoreboard sees the Redlegs on 4-3-27, Traralgon 3-4-22.
So, centre break becomes crucial, and it looks like maybe it's going to be Bairnsdale again through Wykes. Gets the ball down, nicely done. Hit the body hard, Brian, hit the ball hard. Doesn't quite fall nicely for Link Robinson, but it does for his teammate in Bulmer, whose left foot kick now finds Eastie, bursts in and out of his forward 50, and they've got a chain of handballs. On the end of it's going to be Nick Singh, who kicks to the top of the square or even beyond in a big mark.
Oh, the Vickery!
Yeah, it is Vickery again.
Oh, my goodness.
Buoyed by that
Poppy.
unbelievable goal, and there's a reason why you don't come up after you kick a goal.
Yep.
And the thing is there too, guys, while he's just finding his feet because he got up pretty high. This is what happens when you play direct footy. When you're using the breeze properly, this is what happens. This is second time now. Hamilton on that far side, they scored. This time through Singh, experience just reaps benefits again.
So Vickery almost dead in front for goal number 4. Standing start. Boom. There you go. 4 from the 5 that they've kicked today. Bairnsdale have come from the boot of Kieran Vickery. But it points to victory for Bairnsdale. There's no question about that. As we've played 12 minutes of this second quarter, Boxer. Good work.
It was, mate, and signs are looking a little bit ominous.
Yes, good boy.
Yeah,
Well done.
been practicing that all week. All week.
Ominous.
Yes.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, but
I'm so proud of you.
I don't want to say it again, no. But things aren't looking good. How's that?
11-point lead to Bairnsdale, 12-minute mark second quarter.
Back in the middle they go. Wykes got it down. Over the back there was Collison of the Traralgon. Off the half-back line was McMahon. He was under pressure. Coughed up the football. Good work by Forrest to get it. His kick was smothered. Second attempt was a scrubber. Half-back. Singh does well. Handball's out wide now to Somerville it was. Robinson even. Kicks out wide to Brian. They've got some runners. Over the top, Bulmer goes to Vickery, half-back, half-forward flag. Unload from 60. No, he doesn't. He lowers the eyes.
Oh.
He kicks it over the top of McCary. I thought he was about to elevate.
I just had a bit too much on it, Scott. I think the wind just took
I
that.
wanted Vickery to kick a 60-metre barrel then, and we could just pack the gear up and go home. That would have been some afternoon, but he lowered the eye, just missing the kick going inside 50, and we've got a boundary throw in.
We have indeed. Bairnsdale starting to turn the knife a little bit. It's certainly in Traralgon at the moment. Let's see if they can stand up to this extra pressure. That's the Maroons I'm talking about. Cowan caught with the ball, courtesy of a good tackle by Lee Stockdale, who in defensive 50 will play on right-hand handball, long and strong to Mark Collinson, the captain of this side. Goes looking for a teammate. Can he find it? No, they're beaten to the boundary. So there'll be a boundary throw in. Right half-back flank, Traralgon kicking to the clubhouse end at Bairnsdale's home ground.
We'll get some around-the-ground scores for you in a moment. Boxer's been working on those at quarter time. We've just given an extra 13 minutes to collate those thoughts. As the ball comes back in, Broadbent knocked it down. At ground level again is that man with Keenan Hines. Gave a handball backwards. Now they kick it high and long. This time it's through Glasborough, but in the front spot there on that occasion. And on the last line of defence there for the Maroons, looks to be, and it might have been Justin Barnes. And he found a teammate, did he? Yes, he did. Cam Whiteoak, because he marked it and kicked it out wide. So Cameron Whiteoak has it. Half back flank there for Traralgon. Comes in board towards McMahon. It's a beautiful kick. And he can handle over the top, and Stockdale can run. He got some toe. The left foot kick just coming in off the bench. Did very well, Tom McMahon. He's got grass in front of him. He runs and carries. He delivers it over the top. He wasn't sure what to do with it, to have a shot or to kick. Under pressure there was Preston. It falls in the hands now of Williams, who gets it back. Snap around the body with a left foot shot. The breeze doesn't bring it back enough. And we're going to minus score.
Traralgon, first score for the quarter coming just short of the 15-minute mark. Greenhill Gippsland scoreboard sees them was 3-5-23. They're trailing by 10 points. Bairnsdale 5-3-33.
And Bairnsdale bring the ball back into play come grandstand side. A big punch from behind from Traralgon's Gavin Stevenson. Goes over the back of the pack. I'll tell you what, we've got 34 players in one half of the ground, but one of the handful in the back half is the big fella in Jackson Hall. Goes short and they come grandstand side. Nicely done, Chris Thuring. Just forward of left half-back flank. The kick needs to be perfect. Isn't quite there. Trying to get his hand on it was Broadbent. Couldn't. Thuring will need to give as soon as he gets, and he did just that. Nicely done also by McMahon. He gives grand. I tell you what, they're dancing around, getting themselves in and out of trouble, but their luck is just about to run out, I think.
Exactly right. Exactly
Went
right.
too hard, and the free kick will go to Giovi.
Bugger. Giovi kicks down the line. They've got two numbers there. One of those is White. So Sean White, he can chip it over the top. He's got his teammate there in Hines. Decides to go in board, and why wouldn't you? Because Braden McCary was on the strong lead, and he found him. So McCary directly in front. Every time Liam Giovi goes for the ball, Poppy looks and thinks.
I'm looking at that name. I've got it spelled out phonetically, and still not working for me.
I hate correcting you too, Poppy.
No, it deserve it.
Well, here he is, Braden McCary. So Vickery's got 4, McCary's got 1. They're the only 2 goal scorers for the Redlegs. And now McCary's got 2. And they join the party, and they're taking advantage of the breeze this quarter now of Bairnsdale.
Just makes a difference when you start hitting up your good forwards, and the great work by Bairnsdale midfield too. And McCary again on the end of it, and that's why he's a league leading goal kicker, Poppy.
Yeah, done very well, hasn't he, Paul Carter?
Yes, and that takes Bairnsdale to a 16-point lead on the Greenham Gippsland scoreboard. 17 minutes played second quarter. 6-3-39 the Redlegs. 3-5-23 Traralgon.
We can do a quick around the grounds if you like. It's just during the second quarter. Druin 7-5-47. They lead Leongatha 3-7-25.
Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. We'll get to a few more in a moment as Traralgon go forward through Broadbent. Kicks to his top of his 50. Lopez is out there. Chasing it quickly as Robinson as well. Boundary line.
And then another game there with Moe and Sale. It's a close one. 5-2-32 Moe. They lead Sale 5-1-31.
You haven't got a Mafra score?
No, not yet.
That will all important quarter time score. I tell you why. Mafra in front by 3+ goals. They win by 15.
All right, 7.5 minutes gone in the second quarter at the moment. Bairnsdale lead by 16 points, as Paul Carter told you. There'll be a ball up. And we're talking around about 65 metres from Traralgon goals, around about right half-forward flank, the kicking clubhouse end against the breeze. Nicely done. Bairnsdale trying to scoot it through from that break, and they nearly did. Thuring spoilt the party, fed it off quickly. Quick kick forward off the side of the boot. Wins got hold of it, and players are lost. They just need a fortuitous bounce here. They don't. And the boundary line will win out.
So while we're on that one there's quarter time scores down south. Wonthaggi 2-2-14. They trail Mafra 2-3-15.
Perfect. Exactly what this will be a close game for the rest of the day now.
Thanks, Darryl.
No worries at all. Boundary throw in or inside Traralgon's forward 50. Clears the 2 ruckman. Collison tried to run onto it, but coming back the other way nicely there. A chain of handballs to the top of the 50. They go over. Running with Singh. Now they allow Traralgon to go back the other way. Forrest. Handball across. They kick inside forward 50. Nicely done. Collison turns her in. Oh, it's a shocker. He slipped as he went to kick it. Working hard there was McMahon to try and win the footy back. They dive on top of each other. The umpire waits.
He's going to call holding the ball.
He's going to call holding the ball.
That's your umpire too.
He's been consistently inconsistent. That isn't holding the ball.
No, he
had no chance.
He had absolutely no. The ball. First of all, McMahon was the one that was about to get it, and then exactly what the Bairnsdale guy is remonstrating with at the moment. He said the ball fell in my lap. They all jumped on top of me. I had no opportunity. No, you couldn't get it out. It's holding the ball. So Dylan Lopez, I think it is, on the far side of the ground.
They need to make him pay here.
It is Dylan. He'll come in. It's a must goal for Monticella's big moments, and this is a big moment of the game. And he's missed it. Minor score, Paul Carter.
3-6-24 Traralgon on the Green and Gippsland scoreboard. They're trailing by 15 points. Bairnsdale 6-3-39. Almost 20 minutes played, second quarter.
Cowan had it. He just barreled it towards the middle of the ground. Got a little bit onto it as well. It's an open forward line. If they can get it in, McCary kicked it off the ground nicely. It falls in the hands of Mean. He barrels it. It's going to bounce in the goal square. Which way will it bounce? Left, which means it missed the goals. And just like that, within a space of 15 seconds, we have a behind to Bairnsdale.
6-4-40 to Traralgon, 3-6-24.
McCary came past as a runner there. He was an option. He could have just gave a little 1 foot handball, and McCary could have used his pace and almost bounced that one through to goal.
Yep.
Jackson Hall plays on, went looking for Thuring. He found him in the end, but only after it went through the hands of a couple of Bairnsdale players.
Hector.
Thuring's kick to Hector did much the same. He butters up with a second chance. Can he make the most of it? He does. Luckily, Mitch Musto fed it back to Hector, and now Hector goes short, finds a teammate, and that teammate is Tommy McMahon, right up back flank.
Well, Maroons had nothing down the line, did McMahon, so he just holds it up. Now he kicks it high, looking for an option. Lopez will be the kick down the line. It clears them. Good kick in the end into the breeze. They got some runners. Traralgon are out there. Lopez did well. Just missed the kick from White Oak. And he may have had a little bit of run on, and now it goes over for a boundary throw in.
So apologies to anyone from Moore that's listening, but this is the only score I could get at the minute. The quarter time scores Warrigal 2-1-13. They lead. Moore yet to score.
Ooh, okay.
Why would you apologise?
Because I could be way behind.
Well, I reckon you'd need to apologise if you're actually up to date. Because that would be something different.
21 minutes have gone here in the second quarter. It's a 16-point margin. Bairnsdale have got the football on the wing. Radford tried to tap it forward and gain a little bit of ground. Nicely done by Hines. Comes in board. Beautiful kick. Found Wykes. He's squared it in board as well. It is very risky, but it might just come off, and it does, because Robertson tapped it over.
Oh, he's done a hamstring.
Cowan has done a hammy, and he's going to get a free kick. He won't be able to kick this one either.
Could be cramp.
Oh, it could be cramp.
Could be. Cowan handball quickly on to
coming.
Singh, who delivered inside forward 50. Hector dropped the mark. Good work there. Back was Williams. Got out of it. Short kick. Found Forrest. And developing story, Russell Cowan, one of the best midfielders in the competition, is coming off the ground limping. Could be a hamstring injury. We'll get to that in a moment. Down at ground level for Carpet Country. Back here, Bulmer's under pressure.
He is indeed. Nice pressure too, with a hand in by Bailey. Cameron kept the ball in the area, as did some good work by White Oak. At ground level, it was Harry Gibbs and also his teammate and Waddle that were applying pressure also.
I'm tipping cramp. He's just said to the trainers, I just need a rub.
Okay.
So let's just keep an eye on that for you guys.
Well, he does a power of work from the stoppage. Brian does well. Barrels one inside forward 50. This was normally worked out for the Redlegs. Running onto it again. Just missing. That was Mean. McCary's in tight traffic. Handball out the back. Under pressure, Stevenson. He just panicked with a footy. Again, Mean went. So did Brian for the Redlegs. Quick kick. Oh, it lands in the hands of Robinson. I don't think he tried to claim it because it only went 3 metres. And then, of course, Cheatham ran over the football, and now he's got to fight for it to try and keep it in to cause a stoppage. They're under pressure. They're panicking when they've got the football. They panic when they don't have it. Poppy.
Well, 23 minutes gone this quarter. Traralgon get another goal. They'd be happy enough going into half-time, but if Bairnsdale hurt them right here...
free kick from the stoppage, holding to Broadbent.
That's lucky for Traralgon. So Broadbent, defensive 50, goes short, gives ground, finds...
Stockdale.
Stockdale, is it?
Yep, Lee.
Thank you. So Lee Stockdale, right back pocket. He goes short again. It's a risky move in windy conditions. Jackson Hall. They've had 3 possessions and actually given up 5 metres. Jackson Hall has his 4th possession. They've still gained no ground. This could be the move here.
I don't mind
Stockdale's quick kick. They change direction. They change to the fat side of the ground, and it's Barnes, who was tempted to go short but now goes long. But guess what?
Yep.
He's outnumbered, I reckon, 3-1. Oh, the one I thought a Traralgon mark. No, stolen in the end by the big fella in Wykes.
Yep. I reckon he had more of it too, boys. As Wykes kicks it inside forward 50. It's high. It's looking